What is good, Ape Nation? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the one and only AMC stock and some very important things that we need to be looking out for as the apes, guys. Because right now, guys, I am a little bit bearish going into tomorrow and the next couple of days for AMC, but I am still very, very bullish based off what on earth this is showing, and I'm still very bullish for the squeeze and everything like that. So I'm going to break down what these technical indicators are showing and show you guys why I'm still very bullish for the future. Now, before I say anything about that, however, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner. This is all for educational purposes only, so don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, benefits the entire Ape community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the chance to win up to $200,000, meaning you may win up to $200,000 if you simply sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100 and open an account. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So looking at AMC, guys, we're currently down about almost 9%. Now, this is what we called, guys, because we were looking at what on earth the Fibonacci retracements was showing. So based off the Fibonacci retracement, we were able to find the golden pocket, and we found that AMC had quite a bit of support around the $14 range, right? And in my previous video, I talked about that, and this has been pretty much respected pretty well, the low $14 range. But I don't think I can't promise you that it's going to hold up too strong, because this acted as a level of resistance for AMC in the past. And going into right now, guys, there are many indicators showing that this thing is probably going to continue to dip a little bit lower. And we could go as low as $12 though, because even though this is holding up, I don't necessarily think it's going to be perfectly strong. So here's how we want to look at AMC. AMC is like, how should I say this? It is technically, I guess you could say it's more of a negative beta stock, actually. It's a negative beta stock that performs like a positive beta stock. I think that's the easiest way for me to put it. So when I talk about that, right now it's acting like it has a positive beta. Right now it's basically following the Russell 2000 or the S&P 500. If you guys want to look at the SPY, you guys can see that the SPY has been declining over the last couple of days, or at least for the last month or so. And you guys can see that AMC has some very similar price action, right? AMC has been descending quite a bit too. Now, the thing about AMC that makes it different is because of the fact that it has that short interest, relatively high short interest. And on top of that, guys, there's FOMO. So even when the market is in the red, AMC can still run to the upside once there's enough pressure on these shorts. And I think that's what's coming right now from the SEC, from the Fed. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about what the Fed is doing. They are still tapering at a faster rate. There's going to be a lot less stimulus coming into our economy. And on top of that, guys, we're seeing the SEC now cracking down on shorts by making it much harder for them to basically create synthetic shares, as there's a lot more transparency that's coming. So I want to talk about using TradingView now and talk about the very bullish pattern that keeps on repeating itself, and that is known as the falling wedge. Right here, guys, falling wedge. AMC went from $4 down to $1, all the way up to 20. You guys see that? AMC then, there's a gap right here. And then AMC goes to like $10 down to 5, then it runs all the way up to 15. Okay, here's another example. It loves falling wedges, guys. We went from like almost $13 all the way down to like 8. So that's more than a 50% retracement before we ran all the way up to 72. Look at this right here. There's another one. It's not as prominent, but there's a falling wedge. I guess you could say it's like right here. Yeah. So we went from 46 all the way down to 28. Then we ran all the way up to 52. Another example. Well, look at this massive one that's right here. This whole thing has been forming a giant falling wedge. We went from 72 all the way down to 14, and we may go as low as 12. I'm not scared whatsoever, guys. Once we hit the end of this, we're running, and we're running really hard in my opinion. So I want to talk about the retracement maybe with a little bit more detail. And we could use a Fibonacci retracement chart. And let's see. I could draw it out like this. Give me 1 second when I do this though, because I have to like readjust it. So let me move this here. We need the 72 to be caught. 72 is there. And then I know there's so many lines, it looks so confusing. Hold on 1 second. I'll make this look way better. Give me 1 second. I just need to find the spot where you have to like catch AMC. It's like right there. So it has to be from like right here, I believe, or lower. That. Hold on. Like that. Kind of like that. Maybe a little bit too low. A little bit higher. Hold on. There. Perfect. Gotcha. So I know there's so many lines there. I know it's kind of confusing looking. Let me zoom into it like this. You guys can see the golden pocket's right there. You guys see the golden pocket? These two golden lines here and here. This is typically where stocks bounce off of, right? And this is going to definitely be a very keen level for AMC. So what I predict, what I think is going to happen is this when it comes to the action for the short term, and I'm very bullish for the long term, guys. I'm going to repeat that a million times. We could end up dipping. We might run up like this tomorrow, close like that. But the next week, boom, we drop. Touch it, drop. Down to like 1280. We might stay within this range for quite a bit of time as we descend. And that could be the bottom of the wedge, maybe, before we start to move to the upside. Go to the 16, dip a little bit before we run really hard to the upside. Maybe we'll run to like 20, drop down to like 16. Then this is where the breakout starts. And after that, we just keep running and running and running. That is something that can play out. And then like once it starts running like that, there's going to be so much hype and excitement. It'll keep going and going and going. That's kind of how I see it, right? But before we get to 72, before we get to 1,000 or a million, we have to get to 20, guys, right? We have to get to 20. So this is what the path to 20 is probably going to look like. So like I said before, we could see a little bit more downside to 12. Okay, we're going to respect the line before we run up, drop a little bit, run up maybe to 16, retrace before having another big run up. Now, we already filled the gap. That was like right here. This is where the gap is. I think we filled it pretty well. We're just waiting on that from this point on. So anyways, guys, it's still looking good. Nothing has changed. Shorts haven't covered. So just be patient, hold strong, and this thing still has the potential to really, really run because when it runs, it's going to run and it's going to run very hard. So just be patient, be prepared for $12, and don't be scared, guys. Very good buying opportunities are coming. I cannot wait. I thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. AMC is not dead. It's just getting ready to really, really run, in my opinion. I'll thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. AMC to the moon, and peace out.